The Houston Astros dropped the series to the Twins, but they come back last night on Monday night. Big eighth inning, and they beat the Cardinals. Welcome back to another edition of Beyond the Diamond podcast. Brian Lalima, Apollo Dez, producer Josh behind the camera. Fellas, rough weekend. They lose that series to the Twins, but a big night at Minute Maid Park on Monday evening. Bregman and Yanir Diaz hit big-time home runs to propel the Astros to a 7-3 win. Yordan hit another home run. Got some injury news we got to go through, a Sweet Green health report. Kyle Tucker found a ball off his shin, which we'll get to at some point as well. A lot to dig into over a long weekend of baseball. Let's start with the Twin series. Again, instead of finding ways to win, they found ways to lose. Ryan Presley doesn't look the same, hasn't looked the same all season long. He's continuing to struggle. Runners in scoring position is an issue. Man, it's just the inconsistencies. The inconsistent it's a Dow Jones effect. Up, down, up, down. You know?
Damn, dude. You go to Harvard Business
stocks,
School?
Bro. Stonks.
You go to Harvard Business School?
I did, yeah, man. Catch me Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Shit.
No, okay. All right.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
I was
man.
letting you
Appreciate
run
it.
with it.
Yeah. It's
But
not
yeah.
as good as your bowling shirt, but, you know, I digress. Dow Jones effect.
See, like, it lashes
Why
out.
is
just
why
so
can't
angry.
I don't understand
Just
with
so
you two.
angry.
Why can't I just make jokes? Why does it always have to be about
Look, if you want me,
lashing out?
If you want me to be your punching bag, I will. Just let me
Oh my
know on the
gosh,
front. I'll do
man.
that for you, man. That's what friends do.
Okay.
We're not friends.
Why does it always have to be lashing out or why are you angry and yelling?
We're just
Like,
the people are asking, dude.
do you know how many stray bullets I catch from y'all and our group? And I don't ever say anything. I just take it, laugh, and keep it moving. And you guys are, why are you always lashing out? Why is he lashing
Why am I
out?
so Texan?
Who sounds like that in the group?
All of you combined.
It's the
all of you.
amalgamation of all of us.
Yes, all of you combined. Yes, absolutely. Perm looks good as well. Thanks for
See,
doing
like,
it.
didn't even say anything. Just get them out. We should have a counter. We should have a little counter
Like
in the corner.
put a dollar in the jar?
Brian's lash outs.
Oh, my
We'll just have
gosh.
a running meter going.
So basically what you're saying is I'm like even keel the whole time. And then when I try to make a joke, it's like, oh, there's Brian lashing out again. Put a dollar in the jar. That's what you want me to start doing?
Did you just make up an entire? No, no one said anything about a jar.
No, you said
We could have a jar.
it's like a cuss word jar.
Okay.
Put a dollar in
We'll
the
have a
swear
every
jar.
time he
Swear
mentions
jar.
perm, he puts a dollar in. Every time you mention gear,
I'm gonna have $5.
You put a dollar
at
in.
least.
And
Yeah,
no,
dude,
all the
see?
dollars go to me. Because I have to deal with it.
Also now we're divas. So now
You
we're
have to
divas.
deal with it.
Wow.
You see what we
Wow,
get
y'all
here?
are lashing out at me
That's
right now.
appropriation.
I get lashed
man.
out, and the producer
And the
feels
out of
bad,
all-
and I'm the
Oh.
one that's
Right.
get lashed out.
It's our fault.
Oh, my
Oh wow.
gosh.
Okay. We're the divas.
This is-
right. That
this
makes
is- we're
no
off the
sense.
rails.
How about Yanner
Unbelievable.
Diaz?
Which part?
About time.
Hitting a
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah. Finally.
Tank.
What was the first one since like
Tank.
April 11th? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the go-ahead home run in the bottom of the eighth. Bregman has hit 5 bombs in his last 7 games.
He's found it.
Yeah, so it's a good. Last night was a that's the Astros that we know, right? Late
Yeah.
in games, and they find ways to win.
That's what we've been expecting in
Yeah.
all these close games where they keep losing. You're like, you've been expecting
Yeah.
that to happen.
They were 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. You take that compared to what they were over the weekend. I think at one point they were like, I don't know, like 3 for 19 or something at one point or whatever it was. They had scored 13 runs. Over their last like 8 games, and 12 of those runs came via the home run or something. Like
live and die by the long ball. It's been
that's
the-
it, dude.
And that's the problem of the year. Like
Yeah.
you're not getting a guy over and getting him in.
Yeah,
We've seen that in the 10th inning of every freaking game of this season. It feels like you're at times this team just falls in this pattern of if we don't score by a home run, and not even a solo shot, let's hopefully like a couple of guys are on because we need a 3-run shot, then they're going to lose the ball game.
yeah,
And that's not sustainable. And that's why the Astros are where they are right now. Obviously, when we see this team roll and we see this team play really good baseball like we did 3 weeks ago, it was get the guy over, get him in, get it to the next guy. You saw multiple innings of just a lot of hits being strung together and getting it to the next guy. And then you see these Dow Jones, Mr. Harvard Business Law over here.
Stocks.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah.
You see live and die by the home run, and it's not sustainable. And last night, I think that was our first Was our first come from behind victory on the season?
Yeah, they
It
were.
was the first time coming back after,
The 8th inning?
after being down.
I think we were like 0
eighth
and
inning.
28 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Um,
0 and 25 after the
yeah.
8th inning. And the stat that I had was 13 runs. So after they lose to the Twins, 13 runs in their last 4 games. 12 of those 13 runs have come via the home run. And then dating back to the start of the Seattle series, which was last 7 games. So 4 with Seattle, 3 with the Twins. They were 6 for 34 with runners in scoring position with an average of 176. In the 3-game series against Minnesota, the Astros were 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
Just lack of execution, man. Hey, Jeremy Pena dropped down a bunt last night. Got a guy over. Little push bunt with lefty on the mound.
Dude.
Who was that, Romero on the mound?
I was bricked up. I was like,
Were you
holy
really?
shit. We did
Got it done.
something. I don't even like bunting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see something different.
Yeah.
And we got it. Because time and time again, all we've seen is, in that situation, someone grounding into a double play.
Right.
Or a lazy fly ball, a strikeout, and then it's all the pressure in the world on the next. I feel like if you took this, like if every guy had to wear like a whoop like band or whatever, we would have the highest stress level because all our guys are hitting with 2 outs with a runner in scoring position.
Yep.
Baseball's easier when you're getting a guy over and getting him in, and we saw it last night, even though obviously it was a 2-run home run.
Yeah. So what it was, Pena bunt, and then a Jose Abreu pinch hit at bat for Abreu. He goes down on 3 pitches.
Everyone on the comments, I already feel it. I already feel.
I was just doing the play-by-play. 3 pitches, and then Yanier comes up, saves the day with a 2-run bomb.
In a vacuum.
Uh-huh.
In a perfect world.
Okay.
And we live in an imperfect world. But let's just say, throw all this scenario out. I was okay with the pinch hit Jose Abreu bat. Even though it was good morning, good afternoon, good night.
It was a really bad at-bat.
It was a terrible
After-
horrible
It was
at
a horrible at-bat.
But in theory, like,
Who was all available on the bench?
Greg Kessinger, Victor Caratini, and Jose Abreu, because Mauricio Dubon had to go in because Kyle Tucker left the game after fouling the ball off his shin. So you're not going to burn Victor Caratini because he's your catcher.
and probably your
just in
pinch
case,
hit guy in the ninth.
in the 9th, right? Assuming
It's
you
still
might,
tied.
still tied. Who knows the situation, right? Because it was tied because of the Bregman home run. That's right. And Greg Kessner hasn't sniffed an at-bat in like a month. So it's not going to be, it's Jose.
Kess has the best job.
Unfortunately, in that situation, it's Jose Abreu.
But also the other side of it too is like, and this is kind of where the Astros, I don't know where we are like mindset wise, because John Singleton's a reverse splits guy. So like in theory, lefty is fine for John Singleton in that situation. And then we go back even further to the Minnesota series where, I mean, I caught some flack on the internet, but a lot of people also agreed. I feel like the process is broken because if you rewind, it's like the best way I can describe it, if you're a degenerate gambler, if you're playing blackjack, you always hit on 16, right? Like if 16 shown, you're gonna hit on a face card. Like it's a shit situation, but you're gonna have to take.
You have to.
The book says it.
Book says it.
You do it
because if the dealer's showing 10 face card, you have to
assume. You have to assume
it's
yes.
20 or 21.
And so it feels like we're playing by the book of blackjack, but only when we want to. And I understand baseball. There's the feel game, and that's why Dusty was, so like world renowned, where he was like he plays by the book, but he also has his gut feeling. We saw it like leaving Greinke in, we saw it with leaving Verlander in. You see it on the other side too, when sometimes he got bit by it, but that's just the game. But when you have so much baseball knowledge and you've been in it so much, you can have that blend of by the book and gut feeling. Now it feels like, okay, we're by the book, but then sometimes we're also like gut feeling, but it's also a rookie manager, and it's also like, well, do we go by the book here? Like it almost feels like, when is the book actually being used?
Yeah.
And we saw that against the Twins, where you had Jose Abreu on second base in a tied game, where he's the go-ahead run late in the game. A ball has to be in the gap for Jose Abreu to score. Like, everyone knows that. If you ask anyone in the city right now, a ball in the gap is the only way Jose Abreu scores in this situation. So I think of it as, okay, what am I going to do late in the game? My team's been struggling. We need to scratch this run here. There's a guy in scoring position. He's slow. Let's empty the bench. Let's put someone out there. You have enough flexibility with Dubon already in the game to put someone at first base, or you pull Singleton to first base, and you pinch run in that situation. You don't. Bregman hits a rocket. shortstop gets glove, goes straight to the left fielder. He doesn't score. We straight bases loaded. Presley comes in, gives up a run. We lose the game.
Yeah.
But saying all that, in the 9th inning, you pitch hit for Jose Abreu in a situation. So I was like, that makes no sense to me. Like, if you're gonna pinch hit for the guy in the 9th and not give him the opportunity to swing a bat, then pinch run for him when you need speed on the base to potentially take the lead. Because then if a Presley does give up a home run or gives up a run, it's a tied game going into the bottom 8th and then the 9th. Like, so like it seems like the book is just like weird. Like last night, the book says hit, and so you insert your right-handed hitter. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. All right, whatever. Terrible at bat. He looks checked out. The experiment's over. Whatever it is. Diaz comes up, clutch behind, has a 2-run tank. Vibes are good. It just seems weird that the book is there, but sometimes the book's not being used in the situation when the book is used, and then it's just it's driving me crazy.
It's a rookie manager trying to do what Dusty does, but his gut feeling isn't as experienced.
I think what we're seeing is a rookie manager. Like literally, we're seeing a rookie manager trying to figure things out now that he is the man. It's a lot different when you're on the bench as the bench coach, and now you're the man making those type of decisions, right? But I think also another thing that needs to be recognized is Joe Espada should, in my opinion, Joe Espada should not be put in that position to have Jose Abreu as your only option.
Yeah.
Like
he has no cards to deal with.
No, he didn't have anything. Like, okay, you're gonna pinch hit Greg Kessinger? No, let's call it what it is. The dude has not hit in like a month. For whatever reason, he is still on the big league roster. You sent down Joey Loperfido, but you're keeping Greg Kessinger up to do nothing, literally nothing. He doesn't pinch run. He doesn't get at bats.
And that would
he
be
doesn't
the
get spot
opportunity
starts.
spot for him to run.
Right.
Gray's only reason he's here is
emergency backup.
He's like Dubon's insurance.
He's Dubon. If Altuve got hurt and Dubon had to come in the game, and then Dubon or somebody else got hurt, then
there's Greg Kessinger.
Then you have Greg Kessinger.
But they're not even.
It's like having a third catcher.
They gave Pena a day off the other day, and Dubon got the start at short. They're not even giving Greg Kessinger any kind of run at all.
Yeah,
I mean, good for him. He's making the big league checks, but like, Jose Abreu,
he has a single hit.
Exactly, not one. He has a zero. He has a goose egg on everything. Yeah. So like, I feel for Joe Espada in the sense of when you look down your bench and those are your options, and again, in that moment, you're not going to hit Victor Caratini.
No,
he's a switch hitter. I get the righty lefty matchup, but you're not gonna have him at the right side because God forbid something happens.
I may need him in the 9th,
right?
Or I may need him in the 10th
inning.
Yeah.
And if you need someone to be behind the plate and he's already burned, who's your emergency catcher? You don't have one.
And I will say this is a Joe Espada tip of the cap. Diaz's 6th inning at bat with runners
horrible, terrible.
Stranded bases loaded, struck out on 3 pitches on balls in the dirt in the other's batter's box where he just looked like if he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat in that situation.
Well, I thought that was the one where he grounded to the pitcher.
Shortstop, I think.
Oh, it was a week.
Yeah, it was a week.
Right. He had multiple at bats in that situation. Where
either way, it was a horrible at bat.
So you have that. You very well could have gone to Victor Caratini in the 8th, the pinch hit for straight up 1-for-1 for Diaz.
People wanted that pinch hit early.
People wanted it
a little too early for me.
Yeah, way too early in the 6th inning for me. But in the 8th, you had that opportunity to go, hey, Victor, I'm going to go Victor right here and let it run. He'll be my catcher for the 9th and maybe the extra innings. Let Diaz go. Hits a fucking tank.
Yeah.
I think it was out at all 30 ballparks. I'll pull it up. But big time call, big time at bat in the sense of just like, kid needed it. And we saw it. We saw it last year with Jeremy Pena. The second year, that sophomore slump is a real thing when these teams get the book on you. And it doesn't help when the team has a book on you and then you do everything in the book that the team knows what you're going to do. Like you obviously have to make adjustments, and it'll come. He's gonna learn to grow, and he's gonna become a really, really good ball player. I know the inspirations for this season for him was 800, 850 OPS, 30 home runs. He's gonna be up there with Adley. He's gonna be up there, and he started off strong. So there was a rut, and hopefully this is the sign of where he came out of it. But I bet you that home run must have felt like just
weight lifted off his
a
shoulders.
mountain of
yeah.
just stress.
First
and
home run
just-
since like mid-April.
Yeah.
For him. And then we were talking about the Joe Espada thing, where who do you look at the bench and try to bring in for a pinch hitter? And obviously he went with Jose Abreu. It did not work out. And one of the reasons why Mauricio Dubon wasn't available for that pinch hit is because he had to come in earlier in the game because Kyle Tucker hammered a ball straight off of his shin. And if you have never hammered a ball off of your shin, whether it's at the plate when you're hit a foul ball off your own shin or you've been hit by a pitch in your shin, it hurts like hell. He went straight to the ground, yelled, "Oh, fuck," tried to get a little jog in, wasn't working. He was pulled out. He was seen in the clubhouse on crutches.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had x-rays. They were negative. He's listed as day-to-day, but he's going to get more imaging and some tests done today. So you hope the best for Kyle Tucker. The dude's been carrying the team for a couple of weeks now. He's swung it well, but damn, dude.
That one's going to hurt all year.
Dude, that is so painful. And it hit right above where his guard is, his shin guard. Dude, it's the worst thing.
The pain is pain.
Oh, man.
It's afterwards. They're going to have to scrape it down.
Oh, dude, it's
Do
the
you remember
worst.
that?
Stop. Yes, stop,
Oh,
dude.
my skin is kinda
it's crawling.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can literally feel it in my leg. Stop.
If you've ever played the game and you've ever had a situation happen to you, this was NAIA ball, so we had duct tape and some bubble gum. That's all we had in our,
Well, it
in
went
our
much
training
better
room.
over on the D3 side in NCAA.
But our
Stop,
trainer
dude.
and our trainers, bless them, bless all the trainers out there because they do so freaking much. But you gotta, it's your shin bone. There's nothing there. It's your shin. So you just gotta scrape it down. Just
Oh yeah. It's the worst. So
this is turn the light. There's
dude.
don't have PTSD, dude. Dude.
So in inter squads, like my sophomore junior year, we had a submarine guy, and he would throw two seamers down and into righties. So I was in an inter squad one day during the season, like right in the middle of conference. And I was a starter. Like I was a starter my sophomore year. And like, dude, he threw a two seamer, ran in, and it hit me in my shin on my back foot, like my back leg. Just squared up, baseball to bone.
Amputated, dude.
Just cut my foot off. Just take it.
Take my shirt.
Take my eyes, but not the shirt.
Oh no, not the shirt. Oh, take my eyes, but not the shirt.
Oh my gosh. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Oh, yeah, take my eyes, but not the shirt. Get it off, Monster Man. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, it's the worst, man. So I couldn't imagine being at the big league level.
Oh my God.
And you smoke a foul ball
Had to be
straight off
100,
your
100 be
shin.
like 105 off the.
Oh,
had to
dude.
be. Ugh.
God, it's awful, man.
Yeah, that. Give him a week off.
I think
Yeah,
give him on the 10 days.
Hey,
Let him
give him a
chill.
week
Look,
off,
dude,
dude.
they got an off day on Thursday. Like, give him today off, give him Wednesday off, Thursday, and then maybe Friday, and come back and play the weekend,
Okay, but
man.
this is if you don't, in all seriousness, if you don't put him on the IL, we don't know. Hopefully, he's not on the IL. You have a shorter bench now
Oh God, yeah, I know.
Even shorter.
because
Yeah.
Kyle Tucker will be on the bench and he's not playing.
Right.
Kess doesn't play. Then you have
Honestly, why is
Abreu
he-
on the bench.
Why is
And then
he at
you-
the big league
so-
level?
You have like you have Caratini and Dubon.
And Dubon,
And
that's it.
Dubon's not going to be playing. He's going to
Right.
be playing now. So
Yeah.
all you
So you have
really have
Caratini.
is Carantini and or Abreu Singleton. Like, you have no bench. You literally have no
You
bench.
don't have a bench.
I
don't
think
have
this
a bench.
is when you send down Gray and
pull up Loperfido.
You have to-
I feel like you have to.
Or Gray plays.
Or Gray play, right,
And
yeah,
he hasn't
or
played
that.
in 2 months.
Yeah.
Because
Like-
now in your situation, because you want the extra infielder in case Altuve, Dubon both get hurt or
Yeah.
whatever. But now you're in a situation where you don't have a backup
Outfielder.
Yeah.
It's like you need to. That's more important right now.
And the whole point of like sending Joey down was so he can get run and play. You just can't insert Kess in there because he hasn't played in 2 months.
Yeah,
like
no,
that's
It's-
not
he,
right.
He has to be like somebody's throwing live BP every time one of these injured pitchers.
He does. Yeah, he gets
It's Gray.
he gets live at bats in live
has to.
BP. Like,
Yeah,
but-
he's facing. I guess he was obviously facing Luis and
Garcia,
then,
yeah. Which,
everyone
by the
else.
way, he apparently, from what I understand, is he had some pop on his
Up to
his
92,
stuff, man.
93?
Yeah, man. So he's inching his way back. That's a perfect segue into Jose Urquidy. Looks like he's going to be headed towards his second Tommy John surgery
Hold on,
in his career.
One last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing. So you guys are correct. Both Diaz and Bregman, and we have to talk about Breggs.
Yeah.
Breggs been on fire the last
Yeah. Five-
Yeah,
8 bombs in the last like 2 weeks.
5 home runs in his last 7 games.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Put the John Wick thing in there. Oh, I'm thinking I'm back. Yeah. XBA on Diaz at 105.8 off the bat.
Wow.
A launch angle of 28 degrees, 393 distance, 940.
Damn.
Bregman, 105.8 off the bat. That's crazy that they both matched how hard. 27-degree launch angle, 414 distance, 970
Yeah.
XBA on that. Both gone in all 30 parks. Those were launched.
Yeah.
Clutch ass fucking home runs.
Yeah, Bregman's swung it pretty well over the last, 7, 8, 9, 10 games.
We won a game in the 8th inning where Verlander sweated through 5 innings. He threw like 150 pitches in 5 innings.
104 pitches in 5 innings pitched for Justin Verlander.
Jesus. We won. And shout out to the bullpen. Shout out to the bullpen holding it down.
You know who's pitched really, really well?
Seth Martinez.
Parker Mushinski.
Parker Mashinsky.
Parker's
Look
that
at
guy.
Parker, like, dude,
Rafael Montero,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, Montero.
Dude,
Montero's your 8th inning guy.
Look,
Him and Brian
hold on.
Abreu.
Hold on.
That's no disrespect
Hold
to
on.
Ryan Presley. Ryan Presley's just not very good right now.
Astros last night had the 5 highest top pitch velocities. I'll give you the number 1 slot. It was Josh Hader at 96.9.
Okay.
4 other spots. Guess who they were?
All Rafael Montero.
All Rafael Montero. 96.8, 96.8, 96.8, 96.7. That's a little fuck you stank on that fastball,
Well, it's
man.
not- it's-
Big dog.
I
It's
heard,
not only
uh,
speed, but he's dotting it up.
Yeah,
Got it.
man. I heard Spider Tack's back.
Why would
Allegedly.
you say that, dude? Why are you so mean?
It helps RPMs.
Shut up, dude. Don't be a rat, dude.
Snitches get stitches.
Are you a
Are you wearing a wire?
Are you
Are you wearing a wire?
Are you wearing a wire?
You have a wire right now on you. I asked
mean-
you first.
You must be a narc because you're asking me, narc.
No, dude. You're
Yeah.
on your dry snitching,
Yeah, dude.
dude. All of a sudden,
You look like a cop in that
all of a
bowling
sudden,
shirt.
All of a sudden, Rafael
Like you-
Montero starts doing good, and you're like, spider tat. You're like those little trolls. You're like those little trolls that are on
Hey,
Twitter.
by
Like,
the way, don't ever put your own opinion out on social media because
you
the
want to plug?
trolls will come.
Let's plug what you're on, dude.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You were recently on Fox News,
Fox 26 Sports.
Fox 26 Sports.
Yes. Fox News.
Kicking it with Kunkel.
Yeah, kicking it with Kunkel. Shout out to Will Kunkel, sports director over
And-
at Fox 26.
Yes,
Yeah,
and you were on his. Is this a podcast?
It's his show. Yep.
Show?
Filmed in their studio. Yeah.
And you had a
You gonna-
take.
I had
You
a- I had an
take.
opinion.
You had an opinion.
Yeah.
Your personal opinion.
That's my personal opinion. Yeah.
You were asked is
And I think others will echo the same sentiment that I have.
okay. Hey, whoa!
Just
You're
saying.
not on trial here,
I
dude.
think both of y'all
Whoa,
do.
look.
Are y'all okay to say that?
Listen.
you scared?
Linda, listen.
Linda.
listen. We have all the pop culture references for the 2010s.
Dude, you have the greatest references.
Dude,
Yeah,
you have the sickest
seriously.
reference, bro. Sickest reference. You were on Fox News and you had this take
Fox
where,
26.
Fox News Brian.
where you said your opinion on Jeff Bagwell.
Correct.
From childhood superstar.
Yes.
Is he ruined his legacy?
Yeah.
Due to his general manager, wannabe general
meddlings,
manager,
if
What-
you will.
I would
a good
qualify them as if you didn't watch Game of Thrones, little finger. I have a lot of little finger to Jeff Bagwell's rise to power. Chaos
Yeah.
as a ladder. The ascension of Bagwell into this. That's actually there you go, Chandler, right there. The ascension of Bagwell. Just put that on the Athletic, and then like a silhouette of Bagwell. Like, oh, dude,
That'd be good.
that's a good piece
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Photoshop him
Dude.
behind Crane. Like,
Yeah, dude. Okay, so you had your opinion.
Yeah,
on
I had my
Fox
opinion.
News,
I was asked
and-
about it. Yeah.
and I agree with your sentiment. You
Yeah.
want to tell everyone what the clip was?
So basically what Will asked me, and again, Will's not from here, right? So he's from the Northeast. And one of the things that we discussed is basically he asked me the question, is Jeff Bagwell ruining his legacy? And the way that I took that question is I grew up idolizing Jeff Bagwell.
Everyone did.
I grew up idolizing the Killer Bees, right? So I still like it, and I said in the clip, I still have the Killer Bees posters somewhere in my storage unit because my neighbor, when I was growing up, she worked for the Houston Chronicle, and she would always bring the promotional, because back then they would hand out posters as promotional items at the Astrodome, and so we would get first dibs on those. Like she would bring tons and tons of them home, and we would give them out at Northwest 45 Little League like crazy. We had all the good stuff, and I still have some of those posters. And the things that I have been told, and I'm not a big source guy. I'm never going to be the guy that tries to break news on Twitter. Like I'm never going to be that guy. I'm trying to grow as a broadcaster journalist, if you not even really a journalist, but like I'm trying to grow as a radio TV personality, right? So I have developed relationships with people that I trust that I would consider sources. I only have 2 of them. I don't have like a full-fledged book. And I think you can attest to this, Des. I think you have sources as well. Like you have people that you talk. And I think what we're discussing off camera is like, I don't go to these people and ask for information. We talk baseball, we talk life, we talk sports, and I just get told information as the conversation flows. So there have been certain things that I've been told about some decisions that have been made, and I gave my opinion on it. And that's all I said. And man, dude, they were like, I mean, it wasn't too bad, like, but there were a couple of trolls that were like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. One dude called me either an ass bag or a gas bag, gasping for air for clicks. And I'm like, it's not even my video. It's not my podcast. It's not my show.
You're a guest.
So like, if I'm asked a question about something that I have information from people that I trust within the situation, so to speak, or in the know, I'll share it's an opinion, dude. At the end of the day, it's an opinion. And like, there's a lot of people that feel the same way.
And this is where I lie on it. In my personal opinion, is just like, I think everyone that is bagging on bags, like that pun right there, is kind of a hypocrite too, because you were in the backyard doing his batting stance. Like he was our hero, and like, and I think. And like you said, Will was an outsider. I don't think people realize here in Houston, and if you're a fan of this team, that before all the winning that we've been doing, we lost, and we lost in ways that would literally heartbreak Houston. It crushed you. All we had was players. All we had, and Bagwell and Biggio were the first guys that were our own that made it to the Hall of Fame. Like, yes, we had guys, we had to share Nolan, we had to share Roger, we had to share all these different guys. Bagwell and Biggio were with us from the Dome to Enron to Minute Maid. Like,
right.
And losing the World Series and all that. Like, so people don't realize, like, these guys were our Altuves. They were our Correas. They were our Bregman. That's what we had. And we didn't have a winning team to go with that. All we did was lose in ways that would like crush you. So when you see your hero or icon that you mimicked in the backyard ascend to this power, and then obviously this cosmic gumbo fuck up that has been going on for the last 2 years, it's just all these different chefs are in this kitchen and no one really knows like who to make. It's almost like it's paralysis by analysis with so many people going on. My opinion of my childhood hero is going to change.
That's very well stated. I didn't have that much time to discuss that.
Were you yelling?
What's that?
Were you yelling on the camera?
I was passionate about it because I get, and I know the joke because I'm yelling all the time, but like the passion that I have is because like what you just said, everybody idolized this man and everybody did his stance in the backyard playing wiffle ball with your buddies, playing wall ball. You were all doing it, right?
100%.
And so, yeah, my opinion has changed a bit because the things that I hear about some of the decisions that are being made because of someone's influence, it's going to change your opinion. Yeah, so that's all I did is I shared it in not so many words. And I bet if I could go back, obviously hindsight's 2020, I probably could have explained it a little bit more. It's a hot button topic regardless because of the struggles of Jose Abreu right now. But there's other information that I'm obviously not going to share that I've been told. Right. So, I mean, I guess looking back, I could have explained a little more, but the way you just did it was perfectly.
Thank you.
Like that's exactly how I feel about it. And I guess that's why I get so passionate. Let's just not share this as a separate clip though, because we're not going through that again, dude. Like,
but no,
I just don't understand why
Brian Lima says.
No, dude, I think, and again.
Back again on Fox News.
I guess like, I don't understand, and I probably never will, why people get so damn angry in this city when you share your opinion on something. Everyone is so upset when they disagree with you, or if I disagree with you on something,
you'll just yell at me, make fun of me.
Yeah,
say a bowling shirt, say a perm. Yep. But yeah,
okay. But other than that, but like we can disagree respectfully and still have a conversation about it.
1,000%.
You like people go straight to just calling you names and saying you're desperate for clicks and you're just a dipshit radio guy. Like, you know how many times I've been called it's just a typical radio jock. You know what the fuck he's talking about.
Radio
I
jockey,
get paid to talk sports as a career, this is my, not a job because I love what I do, but I get paid to talk sports and give my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion, but damn, dude, like, why do I got to be a fucking ass bag? Like, why do I got to be a fucking clown? Like these people, and it's the loudest ones on Twitter are the biggest bitches in person. No one
100%
they would not say that shit to me in person. That's the whole, that's why I sit back and laugh. And the mute button is a hell of a thing on Twitter.
I also think that one of the big things of just the internet is just like so many people don't want to know how the sausage is made.
True.
Once that curtain's pulled back and you see the process of it all, and just kind of like, oh, this fucking sucks.
So I don't want to eat that anymore.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, and look, and you protect your own innocence, fine, but like, just don't be a dick. I mean, honestly, like on the internet and whatever, like my mentions are always a cesspool. That's why I never respond to anything.
I know, dude.
But
I know.
I honestly feel like a lot of people just protect their own innocence because they don't want to know the process behind it all, because they want to see the results. They don't want to see all the things that go behind the scenes to get to where you are.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the Astros got caught up a bit, because a lot of people were like, I don't want to really see what's behind the fucking Wizard of Oz curtains. Like, I don't want to know the World Wizard. I just want to know the parade on Louisiana Street. So it just comes a time, and I think you had a good take. It's your own personal opinion,
Yeah,
and
that's all it
and
was.
I agree. I think.
Do you echo the same sentiment? Because
But I also have the wherewithal to separate Jeff Bagwell, the baseball player that I
Right.
grew up idolizing, and Littlefinger Jeff Bagwell, who has rose to ascension in this franchise. I can separate the
Yeah.
two. Am I happy with this one? No, I'm not. No one
Yeah.
is. Like, and look, he took a gamble, and it's not paying off, and just own up to it. And I think he's slowly owning up to it. I think would have rubbed me more the wrong way with Jeff Bagwell this entire thing if he didn't go down to Florida for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
With Jose Abreu. If he just was behind home plate with Jim Crane and during that, you know what? Hey, I made this signing. We're gonna go get this guy work. This veteran took a DFA, or not a DFA. He took an option down.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with him to work. If he was just the guy that was just up in the suites and not doing anything with his legs up, that would really rub me the wrong way, and I would have a real problem. Saying all that, there's going to be tough decisions that will probably in the next week or two about this Jose Abreu thing. And if Jeff Bagwell leads from the front, then you know what? Hey, it just didn't fucking work. And sometimes it just doesn't work.
He has the best intentions. I don't think anybody
like
thinks that he's like trying to tank the franchise or anything like. I think it gets lost in the heat, like you're saying. Everybody gets heated about these.
It's
opinions.
the emotional tie of it.
It's just a fundamental disagreement on how to run a ball club.
Yeah.
And like and he likes it one way. Dan
See,
Brown, other people like it another way, and it's just a disagreement.
Yeah,
But I
right?
don't think Brett Bagwell's doing anything on purpose.
No,
Yeah.
I that's a good point to bring up, because I don't think that at all.
Yeah.
I think he loves his franchise. I think he loves his city. And I think he's trying to do what he thinks is best. But I think another issue that I have is, first of all, I have no idea how to run a big league club. I never will. I don't ever want to be a GM. I don't want to have to do anything like that. But when they didn't have a GM, who was in front of the camera the most talking about moves, talking about the GM search? Who was it?
Bags.
It was Jeff Bagwell.
Yeah.
Put your neck out there.
Right. He was the one in front of the camera talking about, oh, you know, we're going to be, he said, I don't even know if I'm going to throw my name in the hat for GM, you know, Jose Abreu, look at the back of his baseball card talk. I know he made some talks about Montero in front of the camera. Like, there were all these different things. You didn't see the assistant GMs in front of the camera talking. You didn't see Reggie Jackson talking. You saw Jeff Bagwell. He was at the forefront of it. So who are people automatically going to pin the Jose Abreu thing on?
Yeah.
It's Jeff Bagwell, and that's where it all started, right?
Yeah.
And then you see there was an article. What was his famous quote about when James Click left, when they mutually parted ways or whatever? He said the game's played by humans, not computers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not anybody but him saying that. So, like, that's where some of these things started with all of that pub. But at the end of the day, like, I do truly believe that he's trying to do, or whatever influence he does, which in my opinion, I think it's a heavy influence. He's trying to do what he feels like is right. But just some of the moves that makes you scratch your head, and some of the things that you hear from people that you trust that are closer to the situation than we are, it's like, ugh, what are we doing?
I think you're a really case study of where pride and ego got you to where you are today. And pride and ego can maybe keep you there for for an unseeable future.
Yeah.
Or you realize pride and ego got you to where you are today. And then you could just be a man and be like, all right, cut bait, fucked up. It happens. You make signings. Every organization across the league has made Jose Abreu type decisions where you're just like, hey, we paid this guy. And
the Marlins.
And who was a big chunk? Avisail Garcia just gets DFA today. He's in his third year of his 4-year deal for $54 million.
They're going to eat $24 million of that.
It happens. It happens in sports. Obviously, it's quantified more because we're here in Houston, and we haven't had this since Pedro Baez in the Click era, and Pedro Baez was just like, "I'm not pitching for the Astros."
$19 million,
and he was quite literally, wasn't he? Quite literally tanking,
literally sandbagging the Houston Astros.
Yeah,
it happens. It's just magnified more when you're the pseudo right hand man of the owner, and you are put yourself out, like you said, with these remarks and with these decisions. So. It's going to be an interesting 2 weeks. I think Jose Abreu probably. My personal opinion, I think both sides just need a break. I think both sides need to part ways. You could see it on Jose Abreu. You could see it with the Astros. You want to make it work. It just didn't, and that's life. Sometimes like that, it doesn't work. Whether it's a job, whether it's your partner, whether it's your decisions on anything in life. Sometimes it just doesn't work. It's not all a Rocky movie, all rainbows and butterflies. It just doesn't work. That's real life. And so I think both sides need a clean break. And you know what? It's going to piss off a lot of fans if Jose Abreu gets picked up, let's just say, by the White Sox, and he'll probably rake.
Probably.
And he'll probably rake. And you're just be like, what?
And you know what? But good for Jose Abreu. You go back to familiarity if he does for whatever reason. Go back to the White Sox. He feels comfortable there.
Or he stays here. He figures it out.
Either way.
I have a 2-part question for y'all.
Yeah.
If how many losses, or I guess how many more wins could the Astros have if Jose Abreu was not on the team or if he was contributing? Like, how many of these losses you could quantify?
Jose Abreu is not the reason why they're 8 games under 500.
That's the point I make. Like, maybe 2?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they'd have 2 more wins?
If the Vegas line was 1.5, I would still maybe say, maybe under.
Yeah.
So now, and the second part of this is if they weren't struggling, if instead they're in first place and over 500 by 7 games, is this as big of a deal?
No, it's not as magnified.
So it's a lot of compounded things that have happened that, obviously it's a problem with Jose, but that's not the reason the Astros are losing.
No.
But it's everybody's outlet.
He was the reason why we were winning 7 months ago.
Exactly.
Second half for him was really
good. He's
good.
become the punching bag because the Astros are losing by all these other reasons.
But there's also been instances where he can't dig baseballs out of the ground.
Sure.
He can't stop ground balls. He's dropped fly balls. He's come up a lot of times with runners in scoring position, which is a problem team-wide.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to say that they have a problem scoring with runners in scoring position. But there's been a lot of times where he's come up and you see flailing at fastballs and getting cut up by 91 mile an hour fastballs. So there's been those instances too. But again, like I said, that's team wide. So is he the reason? Absolutely not. That's not the reason.
And also it's once again, it's just a bloated contract. The economic.
I think that's what gets people.
When you just strip it down to that, it's just the economics of the contract.
Money.
Because I wanted Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu was going to be younger than
he was the
free
free
agent
agent
to be.
25 out of 30 teams wanted Jose.
I was pumped when they got him. I was like, dude,
the right move. It was just the wrong economics.
Yeah, there was bad contract for his age too. And I was like, damn, Jose Abreu, former MVP, is about to hit 5th or 6th in this lineup. Are you kidding me? But it's the it's the money and his age, and now he's struggling. And I think what's today's date? You want to make another bet?
4th.
No.
Okay,
somewhat breaking news across the
June
league.
4th. I would say
Ipe.
Who?
Ipe. Shohei Ohtani's
Mizuhara. Shohei's fall guy.
He pleaded guilty to bank and tax fraud charges during a change of plea hearing in federal court this morning. His total maximum sentence will be 33 years.
Damn.
His sentencing is set for October 25th.
Damn.
Shohei is about to pay him so much money, and he's going to go to like the nicest prison in the world.
He's going to He's going to go to a white collar prison for like
sure.
10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, let's just just live in a world where maybe the Dodgers are in the World Series.
Okay.
And you have juggling a World Series media circus and
the sentencing.
and a sentencing.
Oh man, in October.
Dude, the internet's gonna be wild,
Dude, and plus obviously you guys have been to World Series games and you see the media that comes to these games. They come literally from all over the country. And with Shohei Ohtani,
who don't know baseball, by the way.
No,
who don't
not-
know baseball, by the way.
My first time covering a World Series was in 2019. I sat next to a guy that worked for the LA Times. And you know what his role was? He had been with the LA Times for like 35 years. You know what his role was?
What?
He was a natural disaster reporter.
Dude,
so he
just get
covered
that free
terrorist
World Series
He
ticket,
covered
dude.
terrorist attacks. He covered natural disasters, earthquakes, massive fires. Like the list goes on. And I said, "Oh, have you ever covered a sporting event?" He was like, "No, it's my first one." And I said, "What?" He said, "Oh no, I covered the World Series with where the earthquake happened over in it was San Francisco and Oakland,
88.
Yeah, he was like, "I
Hell
covered
yeah,
that." He was like,
brother.
"But that was because it was the earthquake." But all that to be said, you bring Shohei Ohtani to a World Series. And the Japanese and like the European and the Asian countries are going to send all of their media here. Like it is going to be insane.
biggest
Or
media
not here, but it'll be at the World Series.
It'll probably be here though, because we'll be in the World
yeah.
Series.
You know what they say, man? They won last night, so tell the mayor to shut down Louisiana Street, block it off because the parade is back on.
Parade's back on. World Series back on.
That's catching on, dude. I had 2 people tweet me that last night as they won.
They tweeted you that?
Yeah, you ever heard it?
No, I heard it on Sports Talk 790,
you did?
6 to 10 a.m. Sean Salisbury show.
Yeah.
Said, "Hey Alexa, play Sports Talk Radio."
Sports Talk 790.
Said, "Brian's on Fox News." And then started playing your show.
Sweet Green Health Report. Jose
Green.
Urquidy. Update on him.
Josh, you got it.
Yep.
Use code Apollo50 at your mobile
got
online order
they got
for
s-
50% off.
I got steak now, dude.
Garlic caramelized steak bowls,
Yeah.
hot honey chicken bowl, the miso glazed salmon bowl.
Yeah.
Those are some of the crowd favorites. But so hey, in this economy, get 50% off, $8 for a bowl. Shoo,
Count me in.
shoo.
Jose Urquidy, right forearm inflammation, is waiting on a second opinion. But I think we all know it's probably leading towards TJ.
The really sad thing is his second TJ.
Yeah.
The really sad thing is he fucking fought so hard to get back.
Yeah.
You look good. You look strong. He is the best World Series pitcher in Astros history.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Statistically, he is. And he probably will never throw a pitch in the Houston Astros uniform
That
again
sucks, dude.
because he's a free agent in 2026.
Christian Javier, right forearm discomfort, seeking a second opinion as well.
That one hurts. I'm thinking months. Hopefully not Tommy, because if it's Tommy, you don't see Javier till 26.
Would you rather him, if it's something that's like kind of serious but not TJ, would you rather him rehab and try and pitch in like October, or would you rather him sit out, come back fully strong next year?
I think you get it done.
You just get TJ?
I think you get it done.
So what?
Because
what,
if
we're in June.
if you push it back, say like, okay, let's rehab for a few months. Obviously, this is all speculation. We don't know yet. Like kind of what Verlander tried it, and then he ended up being Tommy anyways, and then missed the entire year. Like same thing.
That's what I'm worried about.
Lance did the same thing too, but it wasn't Tommy John. It was just a different injury.
Ulnar.
The Ulnar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying he tried to rehab and come back, and then he had a setback, and the next thing you know, boom, surgery.
Yeah, like
And now he's still not back.
It just seems like just get it.
Man, I just feel like the further we go on, because Dana Brown said it yesterday, Astros general manager, he said it yesterday. He was like, yeah, we should know some more results in a couple of days. Well, it's Tuesday. So what are you telling us, Thursday or Friday? So if you hear by Thursday, Friday, like that's 2 weeks since they went on the IL. Dude, that just
can't be good news.
No, it's not going to be good news. Once you get a second opinion on anything, it's never good news.
And if it's months, you're looking at September.
My opinion is they're both
Should've
done.
been.
They're both done. Urquidy out, obviously, probably going to be with a second Tommy John. And then I think Christian Javier is going to have to have Tommy John as well.
Man.
So, yeah, that's another thing. I mean, we discussed it off camera is they're going to face some issues where Spencer Arrighetti and Ronel Blanco are going to come up on innings they've never faced before in their life. They've never thrown this many innings. So you hope that Luis Garcia gets back, and then you're going to have to get an innings eater, or you're going to have to bring up Eric Lauer, who's on the 40-man, so then you have to DFA somebody.
This was all avoidable if you just signed someone
in the offseason.
Speaking of Luis Garcia, TJ expected late July. He's been thrown off the mound.
Got up to 92, 93.
Throwing live BP.
Yeah. Lance has been thrown in the bullpen.
I think you can touch 89, 90.
Yeah. No more news on Penn Murphy or Oliver Ortega currently. Jacob Melton has been dealing with, it just says on the mend. I think it was a wrist thing. Yeah,
it's a wrist injury.
DeZenzo,
he should be back within a week or so.
DeZenzo was going to the FCL.
Yep.
I believe.
And then the last thing is the biggest news, Kyle Tucker. Day-to-day, currently listed. He was on crutches last night.
I'm telling you, hitting the ball for shit is fucking terrible.
I'll give you my leg. I'll just give you my leg. Take my leg.
That's the best one. Take my husband out the shed.
Well, that's it.
Well, back in action tonight as we record this on Tuesday, and then a day gamer tomorrow. Y'all going to the day game tomorrow on Wednesday?
I think I'm going to go to the day
You're going to go?
You can go to the day game?
No, I got to prep. I'm caddying on Thursday at the Live Golf Tournament Pro-Am.
What? What?
Yeah.
What did you fucking lead with that, dude?
Yeah. What do you mean?
You're caddying for who?
Sean Salisbury. He's playing in the Pro-Am.
And you're his caddy?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we're...
Can you get us pass? Can you get us passes?
To the Pro-Am?
Dude, we'll
Do you want to come to the Pro-Am?
We'll walk the course with you.
Are you serious?
I will walk all 18 holes with y'all.
I can get you passes. 100%.
I will 100% go.
To the Pro-Am to walk as I caddy.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll be the best cheerleader for you and Sean.
Yeah. Seriously, I can get y'all passes.
I'll go.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah. So that's on Thursday. So
Josh,
yeah.
give me your camera. I got this shit. Give me that shit.
Yeah, it's I've never caddied before. But yeah, it's on Thursday, man. I'm hoping we get paired with like I don't know, John Rahm.
Dude.
Or
ask
like
him to throw
Bubba
some shekels our way. Give us some of that kingdom money, dog.
Yeah, dude, something. So
yeah, we're fans of the kingdom.
I don't know who we're gonna get paired up with, but yeah, I gotta do some things on Wednesday. I'm not joking, just because of my back surgery and stuff that I had in October.
You're gonna get some Dr. Scholl's? You're gonna get some.
Oh, dude, I have another pair of New Balances that are black that are similar to these that are a little bit thicker.
You can get your dad's shoes on.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot of walking.
It's a lot.
2 games against the Cardinals.
Hey, how about we win a fucking series this tonight? Let's not even worry about game 3.
Yeah, fuck the day game. Let's just go.
I mean, we're gonna go to the day game, but
right.
And then we got the Angels in town, or we're going to LA.
This is if you look at June, Baltimore and Minnesota are the teams that you just got to split with. Everyone else, you better just take the series.
Yeah.
Take the fucking
soft
series.
part of the schedule.
Got to win now.
Yep.
Got to win now.
Friday, we will be live.
Friday,
11
live.
a.m. Central.
Live stream.
Live stream.
We'll have a live show.
Can't wait for people to tell me not to cuss again.
You can come on the show. You can hang out in the chat.
What's that dork's name that you hired to troll me?
I didn't hire anyone, dude.
Sammy Sosa?
You act like I'm like I'm Shooter
cousin,
McGavin.
right?
I'm like Shooter McGavin hiring that guy to
Red
chirp.
Lobster, my treat.
You know what? Brian doesn't watch a lot of movies, but you get a 90s comedy, he'll fucking quote the shit out of it.
There's no question about it, dude. Love rom-coms, too.
Shout out to Sweet Green. Use code Apollo50 on your mobile orders. And then shout out to Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. The special today is Tuesday, so 2-for-1s. Wednesday's a crawfish and burgers. Thursday's another 2-for-1 executive boneless nuggets. And then obviously the weekend specials and obviously the drink specials as well. So make sure you go to Big City Wings, find one near you. I think this month we're shooting at Pearland. We'll do an episode of the Pearland.
Nice.
We don't know what time slots, but we'll do one there.
Okay.
Try out some of their new food, the Crawdaddy wings and some other the fries that Sam concocted. And so shout out to Big City Wings.
Look forward to that.
Sponsor.
Get us out of here, Josh.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast. I'm Josh. That's Dez. That's Brian. Go Stros. We'll see you next time. Friday, live show at 11.
Playing the parade. Peace. Love you guys.